Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Friday to you all, happy ATEEZ day to you all. We have got a very exciting album listen for you today. ATEEZ's The World Episode 2, Outlaw. Oh, this is going to be such a fun time. The title track is absolutely ridiculous. I have no words for the experience that I've just gone through watching the MV for Bouncy parentheses K-pop chili peppers, or K-hot chili peppers, my apologies. It was nuts, I very much enjoyed it, and I'm hoping I get an equal amount, if not more enjoyment out of checking out the rest of the album. So, those of you who are new around here, what we do with album listens is, well, timeline below is going to be chapter based off of whatever song we're listening to. I'm going to read the song credits for every single song before we start listening to them. If you want to skip ahead to a song of your choice, you are more than free to do so. If you're in it for the long haul like me, welcome aboard. Let's jump on over to the big screen one time. I'm going to be skipping the title track because we've seen it already, we've listened to it already, and for time constraints, it saves us from doubling up on a song. Which means we'll be checking out the 5 other songs on the album. We're starting off with This World, we've got Dune, we've got Django, we've got Wake Up, and we've got Outlaw. And of course, this being an ATEEZ album, the album credits are stacked beyond belief. And stacked with some of my favorite producers from the Edenary team, of course. I'm so excited, man. Visuals provided by lyric videos from Zati Farani, who I think are second to Random K in terms of accuracy for line distribution. So if they are wrong, I'm not going to make it too big of a deal about it. Just kind of want a rough idea of who's singing what part and just something to have on screen that isn't just a Spotify screen. So, let's start off with track number 1, This World. Lyrics by Eden, Olander, Buddy, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Ongjung, and Mingy. Composed by Eden, Olander, Buddy, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Alex Carlson. Name sounds very familiar. Arranged by Eden, Olander, Buddy, Maddox, Pepperoni, and Olive. Here we go. In the meantime, I'm going to pull up the Genius page for this album. Oh, this is different. Oh, and high vocal what? Oh my god. Turn up the intensity one time, Yo-san? Okay. This song takes you on a journey, doesn't it? Hong and Mingy as a 1-2 rap duo is so unfair.
Slowly, I'm going down.
There's something strangely anthemic about this song. It's like anthemic, and there's like hints of like rock anthem to it, but also blended with like the cyberpunk music aesthetic. Not cyberpunk, a song. Yeah, this song is so cool.
We're still in the dark, do you feel alive? 흐려지는 말 내가 날 느끼잖아. Now it's time to fight, take back my life. 난 내가 되는 날 나를 마주해 in this world. 희생과 절망, 욕망, 열등감, 분노, 후회, 고통, 타락감, 불안, 강원, 망가진 것 속에서 탄 내 전황. 혐오와 정도는 모든 것들 속에서 자유날 수 있는가? I can take it no more. 난 지켜내야 돼.
Jesus Christ. Minky was spitting venom into them, like lead it in with Jungle's high note and then Oh, interesting speed ramping there at the end. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this album, Outlaw. Genuinely. This world is brazy. Is genuinely brazy. And kind of looking at Alex Carlson's and like his like rep lists of songs that he's done, got like TXT's Loser Lover, We Are Bulletproof, The Eternal, and has Fever, Blessed Curse, Tame Dash, Paradox, Invasion, Super M's Tiger Inside. Damn. Shiny's Undercover. And Team's Firework. Oh, it makes so much sense now. Like, just the strange blend of that anthemic cyberpunk aesthetic works for me. Something about this song just really works for me, and I can't figure out what it is. The sound is really cool. It's a strange blend of genres that I've never really heard before from a group, which is always very cool. And the pacing of the song is really good, high intensity. Surprisingly high intensity for the pacing of the song, because it's not the fastest song in the world. But it really gets going. The song's got surprising amount of legs behind it. And again, I'm probably going to say this for every single song, but having a 1-2 rap section with Hong and Mingy is not fair. It's just not fair. 1-2 rap verses are some like favorites in all of K-pop, and I have some like iconic 1-2 rap duos. Hong and Mingy, every single time I've heard them rap back to back, have never failed me. Never. I can't think of one ATEEZ song where I thought, I don't like this rap section. And that's coming from someone who has no close attachment to raps and rap sections at all. We're off to a great start. Okay, next up we have got Dune. Let me actually pull up the credits one more time. Lyrics, Eden, Ola Dramatics, Pepperoni, Olive, Hong, Mingy, and Door. Oh, Door. Door's a name I recognize. Must be... Oh, is Door officially the new entrant in the Edenary team? Because he was also on DC's latest EP as well. Composition, Eden, Ola Dramatics, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door, and a completely in-house composition. And then Eden, Ola Dramatics, Pepperoni, Olive, and Door on arrangement as well. Here we go. They're trying to pinpoint what key is it in? What key is it in? Is it using that harmonic minor scale? Tasty harmonies. So Yosan going demon mode, is that something I need to like prepare myself for every single song? And then Django singing for the heavens. Hell yeah. Love the switch in the cadence from the nice swing of minion to really quick Hong delivery. This vocal rich pre-chorus is so cool. It's such a rich harmony too. Demon mode. Man, it's like having Yosan and Django back is like the battle between heaven and hell almost. The angelic vocals of Django, the demonic vocal of Yosan, back and forth. Couldn't have predicted that. I'm glad I made that having no comment earlier though. Because it genuinely did feel like a battle between heaven and hell with the two vocals together like that. Yo. Yo. How am I gonna pick a favorite B-side off of this album? I genuinely can't. Dune is... I do like the kind of... There is that hint of the kind of like music you get from regions with, you know, expansive sand dunes, kind of that Arabian Peninsula-esque vibe to it. It's not the same key. The keys are like... There's certain musical, like standard musical keys that are used in specific regions of the world. So music that comes out of like the Indian Peninsula and like that region of the world often uses something called a harmonic minor scale, where it's the notes within each key and each scale, it just kind of gives off the feeling of that region of the world, and they have their own like regional name for that exact same key. I'm not very familiar with like that Arabian region music, and specifically the theory behind the Arabian Peninsula music. But with Dune, there is certain hints of that. I don't know if this is referencing or sampling anything from that region, but for me, it does give off that sensation, which I quite like. But this song is all about the combinations. Yosan versus Django in the vocal department, Demon versus Angels. That's so cool. And the second they layer those two together, like, hold on. I don't typically go back and listen to sections during album listens because I just don't have the time to do so, but I need it again. That's actually nuts. That might be vocally the most interesting part about the song for me. And this song had an absolutely glorious vocal heavy pre-chorus. But that Yosan v Django battle throughout all the choruses might have to take the cake for me. Oh my god. Okay. Next up. Next up would have been the title track, which has, by the looks of it, the exact same song credits or production credits as Track number 1, This World. Good to know. Okay, track number 4, Django. Lyrics by Eden, Olander, Buddy, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Hongjin, Mingy, and Door. Pose Eden, Olander, Buddy, Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Door. Same team for the arrangement. Here we go, Django. Stylistically different already. Keep the background vocals one time. That's such a cool aesthetic touch. Soft voice Jungho for that. Great choice. Oh, this song rips. The bounce this song has is so satisfying to listen to. Immaculate rap verse again. Wooyoung putting a little bit of huskiness in that line that he has. Nice touch. Nice stack. Big breakdown for the final chorus. Oh, talk into my ears, you know. Hey yo. Hold up a minute. Anybody else getting kind of spooky vibes from that? Something about that song is giving me spooky vibes. Just a little bit, just a hint of the spookiness. But what I'm really feeling is the bounce this song has. It's not necessarily meant to be like a bouncy, like what you'd kind of associate. Well, bouncy music is like club music, right? You know, music that gets you going in the club. This is not a club song, but it's got a bouncy attitude to it, and I love it. And I don't think I've really paid attention to this with ATEEZ songs before, but the amount of background vocals we're getting in just this entire album has been kind of spectacular. As someone who grew up singing choir, both like chamber and a cappella, I know how cool a really rich harmony sounds and like what it can add to a song. So hearing ATEEZ really hone in on that background vocal section and really give the song a lot of vocal depth, and not just this song, but across the EP so far, just the vocal depth that it's had is really impressive to listen to. I like this one too. Man, I'm genuinely not going to be able to pick a favorite B-side. I do like one thing that stands out for me for this song though is the fact that we're getting a little bit of different vocal styles. Like we got a little bit of like quiet Jongho, we got a little bit of raspy Wooyoung, we got higher singing Yosang, we got San putting in a little bit of Ven in his tone, we got low speaking, we got Songhwa back on the vocal section again. It's like with ATEEZ, you never know what ATEEZ you're going to get, and I like that. Keeps you on your toes. Yeah, that's Django. Next up, Wake Up. Lyrics by Eden Hollander, Buddy Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, Hongjun, and Mingi. Is this the same team as This World for lyrics? Yes, it is. Composition. Eden Hollander, Buddy Maddox, Pepperoni, Olive, same with arrangements. Here we go. Wake Up.
Do you hear my voice? Set you free.
I like that. Climb the scale, climb the registers. Got digital with it one time. That was a firm fix on there. Again, the background vocals. Float on them, son. Oh, that's cool. Play around with the tone a little bit. And the giggle, the giggle. I hope I just got shot by a machine gun listening to that. It just didn't stop. This chorus with Wooyoung is so cool. It sounds like an EDM song. The way he's sliding on the pitch for that note is so cool. This is so cool. Compositionally, this is tremendous. Yeah, the way they've written that chorus for Wooyoung, where his lines can be broken apart into consistent probably like eighth notes or really fast quarter notes or whatever it may be on paper. They've rhythmically broken it down so it's consistent, equal spread of beats across the board, across the line. And they've almost turned Wooyoung into an instrument rather than a vocal part. And just something about the way the song just pauses to make way for Wooyoung, like synthesizer Wooyoung, is so pleasing to listen to. It's so clever. And the fact that this song, much like, I mean, Bouncy had that kind of like digital element to it with the heavy auto tune, but Wake Up is maybe like one or two things away from being an out and out electro like EDM song. And I love it. I love a cheeky bit of EDM. And this just especially it kind of all comes back to Wooyoung's vocals and that synthesizer Wooyoung moment. But something about that just gives me peak electro vibes, like from DJs that I would listen to back in the day when... Remember back in the day when like gaming YouTube was at its peak and everyone was using like the Monster Cat like EDM songs for montages and stuff like that? It takes me back to that era. Okay. Final song, Outlaw. Lyrics by Eden, Olander, Maddox Pepperoni, Olive, Hongju Miggy, Lees! Lees is on the song. Hell yeah, I miss you, man. And Dwayne. Who's Dwayne? Dwayne. Outlaw. Oops. Outlaw. Dwayne. What songs have you done? Oh, you're only credited on ATEEZ's Outlaw on Genius. Ooh, that's exciting. Oh, anyways, back to the credits. Composition, Eden Olander, Maddox Pepperoni, Olive, Lees, and Dwayne. Arrangement, Eden Olander, Maddox Pepperoni, Olive, Lees, and Dwayne. It is so good to see Lees' name on an album credit again. Alright, here we go. Typically, I would have made the comment that the final song is a ballad. Not with these gents. Bounce it one time. This one's a different kind of bounce, but it's got a bounce. You hear the background vocals. Long pre-chorus. Interestingly enough, this song very well could be considered the most ballady song on the album because it's the most tame in terms of the energy.
Give me that, give me hit it bang, run it back, never better way, never better play, this a bang.
Also, that 808 is gross. It's so gross. It's so fat. Oh, interesting. Which B-side was it earlier, where they had Mingy on the lower tone and Hongjoong having a little bit more melodic flow? They swapped roles for this one. I like it. That delay drop is very interesting. Also, again, has that bounce to it. Oh, it's really pretty for the bridge. Oh, that was kind of a tasty final chorus. Subtle, very subtle little key change in there as well. This one, it's again, it kind of has that bounce. It's not a clubby bounce, but there is a bounciness to this song. It's definitely the rhythm of the percussion section, if you want to call it that, for this song, that adds that kind of poppy feel to it. Poppy, pop, bouncy feel to it. I should clarify with that. Hmm. Yeah, I do still stand by that comment where it is the closest thing to a ballad on this album because it's energetically the most tame song on the album, which is saying something because this is not a tame song by any means of the word. It's just the tamest of the rest of the album. Oh man, there's a lot of interesting composition stuff going with that. Whether it's like the kind of like delayed drop of the instrumental in the chorus, the really long pre-chorus, the really short bridge. Because that final bridge, or the bridge into the final chorus, was kind of like a very short bridge with a pre chorus attached to it, and then the actual final chorus itself. With the final chorus being like everyone all together, unison, kind of shouting gang vocal chorus with people in the ad libs going crazy, a la Django. So, very busy song, kind of chaotic at the end, but when you kind of think of an outlaw, it's not like necessarily a Law and Order, is it? So very much appropriate. Oh, y'all, I am not gonna lie. I was kind of fearing this would be the case, but I cannot pick a favorite on this album. I genuinely cannot. In fact, you know what? I want to figure out. Um, so again, much like I did last year with keeping track of like my favorite releases of the year and things like that. Where is album of the year for boy groups? Who is sitting at the top right now? Okay, Busoksun. I can say with about 80% certainty right now, this might change in about 20 minutes after I eat dinner, but at this point right now, I think I can pretty confidently say that the World Episode 2, or the World Part 2 Outlaw, might be my favorite boy group album that's dropped this year so far. And that's saying something considering the albums that have dropped this year. This is kind of ridiculous. The amount of music that's on this that I've just immediately attached to. Like there are, albums where I'm like, okay, I like a majority of the songs, but this album, title track and B-sides included, I have not been so musically invested in an album so quickly as I have with this. It's every single song is so interesting to listen to. There's so much going on. And as expected from an ATEEZ album, the energy is immaculate. Yeah. I'm tired. I'm ready for a nap. No, I'm ready for bed. I'm ready for dinner. ATEEZ have completely wiped me out for the day. But I'm not going to complain one bit, am I? No, I am not. But that is it from me today, everybody. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did, because Lord knows I enjoyed the absolute daylights out of this. In fact, I enjoyed it so much the rain shower stopped outside while we were recording, and it's sunny outside. But one last request from me today: let us work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking in with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.